My name is Caroline Poynton, and I am right about this with King Charles and Tony Blair. Uh, about interfaith, religion, and
For
open
years, people
borders.
warned that something deeper was happening, that Britain's transformation wasn't just the result of
Tony
global
Blair.
trends, but the product of a long-term agenda.
Who else was behind
One
it?
pushed quietly by those in power,
Yeah.
one designed to reshape the country at its core. We'll dive into this story in today's video, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Right now, only 12% of viewers are subscribed, so join the community and help us grow. At the centre of that agenda, the steady erosion of national identity, the shift from being citizens of a proud sovereign nation to becoming something else entirely, individuals with no fixed loyalty, part of a borderless global ideal. An idea that tells us our roots, traditions, and national character no longer matter. Now, one of the central architects of that shift has said the part that was never meant to be said out loud. Tony Blair, the former Prime Minister whose policies dramatically altered the fabric of Britain, has now spelled it out in plain terms. No spin, no coded language, just a clear declaration of the worldview that has been driving this transformation for decades. And it confirms what many have long suspected. This wasn't an accident, it was deliberate, designed, planned. Blair's vision was never about preserving Britain, it was about remaking it, opening it up, diluting the idea of what it means to be British in favour of something far more malleable, something far less rooted. This isn't just political commentary, this is about the lived experience of millions who've seen their communities, culture and country change beyond recognition. And now the justification is finally being said out loud. Watch this clip carefully. In just a few seconds, Tony Blair reveals more about the agenda behind modern Britain than decades of debate ever could. Have a watch of this.
And I think in a way, for a country like Britain, whose future has got to be as a nation of global citizens, not just British citizens, then I think interfaith in this context is incredibly important, because you cannot be a global citizen and be religiously illiterate.
Now you've heard it for yourself. No speculation, no conspiracy. Just Tony Blair openly admitting what many have been warning about for years, that the future being designed for Britain isn't rooted in its people, its heritage, or its sovereignty. It's a future where national identity is replaced by global obedience, where being British is just an optional label, not something to be proud of or to protect. This isn't about progress, it's about erasure. The steady dismantling of a nation under the guise of modernity and openness. And the man behind so much of it is no longer hiding the plan. He's proud of it. The question now is, how much longer will we let this continue? How long until we start defending what's ours, our values, our borders, our future? Because if we don't, there won't be anything left to defend. In other news, Boris Johnson's former right-hand man has predicted Nigel Farage to be Britain's next Prime Minister, but only if he can build the right team for Reform UK. Dominic Cummings said Mr. Farage will be successful if he can go beyond just being a one-man band with an iPhone to gathering genuinely talented people together. Mr. Johnson's former chief advisor, whose fall from grace in 2020 led to a fiery exchange between the pair, said he would vote for the Reform leader if he managed to pull a strong team together. I think it's mainly in his hands, Mr. Cummings said. If by the time of the local elections next year he's built the team that the country wants to see, then you have to say that he's the favourite at that point, for sure. Mr. Cummings added that if Mr. Farage builds the team and no one else does anything, then I'd vote for him, yeah. Why not, he added. The former chief advisor warned that if the Reform leader did not have the right team around him, he would implode once he was in the position. In the same interview, Mr. Cummings took aim at Sir Keir Starmer, describing him as completely rubbish at politics. He also said Sir Keir was an NPCPM. NPC is a gaming term for non-player character and is used as an insult by the younger generations for being out of action. Mr. Cummings has been credited for building Mr. Johnson's 2019 landslide victory over Jeremy Corbyn and even passing through the Brexit referendum. Mr. Cummings claims Sir Keir will be gone by next year and replaced by either Angela Rayner or Ed Miliband. But his attacks did not stop there. The former advisor ripped into Kemi Badenoch, saying she was a disaster and would be out of the job by the May elections. He wrote off the Tory party, saying it had already passed the event horizon and faced extinction. Mr. Cummings furthered his division with his former boss, saying it was 100% impossible for him to make a comeback. He spoke about how he helped bring down Mr. Johnson with a series of leaks, which led to the Partygate scandal. The ex-advisor said the British state was broken. The way to stop the vexing stupid boat dinghies is to deploy the Royal Navy in the English Channel, he said.
No, it's not.
Mr. Cummings added in an interview with The Times that he would not return to politics. Instead, he prefers spending time with his family. Meanwhile, Mr. Cummings claimed China had obtained vast amounts of extremely secret information from the UK intelligence services and parts of Whitehall. He said the breach was covered up after he was briefed on the compromised data in 2020 while he was a senior aide to Mr. Johnson. A Cabinet Office spokesman said the claim was untrue. The Metropolitan Police have confirmed they are actively looking into claims that Prince Andrew sought to have his police protection officer investigate his late accuser, Virginia Giuffre. Newly emerged emails from 2011 appeared to show the Prince explaining to the late Queen's Deputy Press Secretary that he'd given his taxpayer-funded bodyguard sensitive personal details about Ms. Giuffre. The communication appeared to occur mere hours before the publication of the now infamous image showing Andrew with his arm around the then 17-year-old at Ghislaine Maxwell's London residence in March 2001. In light of the allegations, the Met has confirmed that they are now looking into the matter. We are aware of media reporting and are actively looking into the claims made, they told the People's Channel. In correspondence with his mother's deputy press chief, Ed Perkins, the Prince appeared to write, "It would also seem she has a criminal record in the United States. I have given her date of birth and social security number for investigation with redacted. The on-duty PPO Personal Protection Officer." The email was sent on February 26, 2011, apparently following Andrew's receipt of the photograph from Mr. Perkins earlier that day. Andrew had allegedly responded to seeing the image by contacting Maxwell, then informing Perkins, "I've just had a short conversation with Ghislaine Maxwell, and she says VR, Virginia Roberts, is a lying so-and-so, paraphrasing, but this is consistent with what J.E., Jeffrey Epstein, says." Mr. Perkins was seen to reply, "Indeed, sir, all received, awaiting their response now. Lawyers primed. At this time, it is not known how Prince Andrew allegedly attained the confidential information about Ms. Giuffre, and there is no indication that the Met police officer complied with his alleged request. The disclosure forms part of a cache of correspondence currently held by the US Congress, the Mail on Sunday reported. Prince Andrew declined to comment when approached by the paper. GB News has also reached out to the representatives of the Royal. These latest disclosures made light mere hours after Prince Andrew announced he would surrender the use of his Duke of York title and membership of the Order of the Garter, Britain's most ancient chivalric order. In a statement released on Friday evening, Prince Andrew said, "In discussion with the King and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded the continued accusations about me distracting from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I have decided title and membership of the Order of the Garter, Britain's most ancient chivalric order." In a statement released on Friday evening, Prince Andrew said, "In discussion with the King and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded the continued accusations about me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. Confidential information about Ms. Giuffre, and there is no indication that the Met police officer complied with his alleged request. The disclosure forms part of a cache of correspondence currently held by the US Congress, the Mail on Sunday reported. Prince Andrew declined to comment when approached by the paper. GB News has also reached out to the representatives of the royal. These latest disclosures made light mere hours after Prince Andrew announced he would surrender the use of his Duke of York title and membership of the Order of the Garter, Britain's most ancient chivalric order. In a statement released on Friday evening, Prince Andrew said, "In discussion with the King and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded the continued accusations about me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I have decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and country first. I stand by my decision 5 years ago to stand back from public life. With His Majesty's agreement, we feel I must now go a step further. I will therefore no longer use my title or the honours which have been conferred upon me. As I have said previously, I vigorously deny the accusations against me," he concluded. Andrew remains a prince as he is the son of the late Queen Elizabeth. His former wife, Sarah Ferguson, also lost the use of her title, the Duchess of York, as part of the decision. Their daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, will retain their princess titles as they are descendants of the former monarch. The move follows a series of new damaging allegations against Andrew based on leaked emails with the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein and the upcoming release of Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir. Prince Andrew has consistently and strongly denied the allegations made against him by Miss Giuffre. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.
These open borders. Yeah, King Charles must have something to do with it. I recorded YouTube from Caroline Poynton in Manchester, Bury. Thank you very much. Goodbye.